What is up, everyone? It's Ricky572 return a chance. Today's May 13th, 2024. We're gonna hop on and do a market watch. So we do have the Rarity Collection 2 reveals coming out later on today. We have a couple content creators that are gonna be opening the packs and showing us what else is in there. I'm excited about it. Hopefully you guys are too. I've been waiting for a couple months now, trying to figure out what else they were gonna throw in the set. So we'll see what happens. What cards are gonna be revealed, and we're gonna have some more market watches this week after the fallout of those other cards that are gonna get announced. Being in the set, we'll take a look at them and see how it affects the market. But we're starting off today with Punishment Dragon. So this card was around like $10-ish back when I picked it up. It was around like, I think this time, I think it was around March when I picked it up for like $10-ish. We have 39 listings on the market right now. We have it at $25.99, $25.25, $26.99, $26, $27.95. And going up to $28. Not sure where this will get a reprint at. Maybe it's going to be announced later on today in the Rarity Collection 2. But yeah, if you guys want to play the new Lightsworn Fusion monster that was released in Legacy of Destruction, you are going to need a copy of Punishment Dragon to be able to make that new fusion monster. So yeah, let me know how you guys feel about Punishment Dragon. And if you guys can see it continuing to go up in price, or is it going to come back down? Next up, we have Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon. I know I mentioned this card before, but it looks like it's gone even higher in price. I actually found a couple in bulk and I sold them for like around $4-ish. But it looks like right now they're pushing up even higher than $4. We have this card at 51 listings for the Ultra Rare. And this card is right now at $6.50, climbing its way up to $6.98, $7.15, $7.48, and $7.49. So trying to make its way up to this $8 mark, which is a pretty cool increase from 2 weeks ago when we took a look at it. We have the Super Rares at 32 listings, still holding on to like a $3 to $4 price point. Actually $5 now. We have it at $4.98, $4.99, $5.24, $5.25, $5.45, and $5.49. So yeah, it's a $5 card for Super Rares now. And then the commons at 17 listings. Looks like these are at $5 as well. We have $4.99, $4.98. $3.80, $4. Basically, with shipping, it'll turn to $5. So yeah, all copies of Meteor Burst Dragon are now at $5. So yeah, let me know down below how you guys feel about Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon. I know it's like think of one of in the Tenpai strategy, and the Tenpai strategy has been seeing some success at tournaments, so I could see why it's going up in price. Next up, we have Herald of Orange Light. I think Melodious, if I'm not mistaken, is the one that plays this. Let me check out Melodious. I think they're fairies. Just real quick. Melodious. Are they fairies? Yeah, they're fairies. Okay, so yeah, Melodious is the deck that's playing. Oh, where'd it go? Where did my Herald of Orange Light go? Alright, we're going to have to go back on this. Herald of Orange. Yeah, I know Melodious is playing this, and Melodious actually has been seeing a good amount of success too. They've been a top tier contender in the meta. We have Herald of Orange Light right now for the Super Rares. I think, no, it has an Ultimate Rare too, and another Shatterfoil Rare, but I guess this one's like the budget highest rarity. 67 listings on the market. We have this card at, let's see, $349, $350, $358, $358, $374, and $375. I think this is limited or semi-limited or something like that on the ban list. Let me take a look at the Yu-Gi-Oh ban list. I need to get more organized. Okay. Yu-Gi-Oh ban list. Alright, let's see. Is it limited? Semi-limited? Let's go to monsters. Herald of Orange Light. Do we see it on here? No Herald of Orange Light. So okay, it's not limited. It's not semi-limited. And it's not on here. These are cards that came off. So yeah, was limited, was semi-limited, no longer on list. Yeah. So it looks like Herald of Orange. I remember it was like limited for some time, or semi-limited back when tier elements used to take advantage of it. But it looks like it's back at 3 now. So I guess that's pretty good. Let's click off this now. Yeah, Herald of Orange Light at 3 now. And Melodious is going to continue to use it since they are fairies. And this Herald does make you discard a fairy in order to negate a monster effect. You send this card and one other fairy type monster from your hand to the graveyard, negate the activation if you do destroy it. So yeah, I could see Herald pushing up a little bit higher. specifically the super rare, since there are other rarities, commons, and rares. But I can see the super rare continuing to go up in price. So I would pick up. Actually, no, I'm not gonna say pick it up because it might be announced in the Rarity Collection 2, and then um, these lose value. So I'm not gonna say to pick it up. Wait until after the Rarity Collection 2 set is revealed. Maybe it's gonna come in there. Maybe not. If it's not in there, then I would pick up the super rares. If it is, I would just wait for the Rarity Collection 2. Guardian Chimera. So the one I wanted to take a look at is the collector's rare. Looks like the ultra rare and secret rares are still have listings available. Both are like around 23ish, but the collector rare is at 9 listings. We have it starting at $55, $50, then $59.99, hitting $60. Once these are gone, we hit $80, $89.99, $90, and $100. Same thing with this one. I feel like this is something that might be thrown into Rarity Collection 2. If it's not, then this card is probably going to continue to go up, especially since we have the new Chimera, not the Chimera support. Well, technically it is Chimera support. The new Illusionist monster, Nightmare Apprentice. Is it Nightmare Apprentice, I think? That just came out and gives the Chimera engine a little bit more consistency. And they do run, I think, 1 or 2 copies of this in the build, so that's why it's getting bought out. Let me know how you guys feel about Guardian Chimera down in the comments below. Union Hanger. So we took a look at Union Hanger. We took a look at the secret rares on our last market watch. But today I want to take a look at the super rare, since it looks like it's also starting to get lower on listings. Last time we took a look at this, there were like over 100 listings for super rare. Right now we have 33 listings on the market. And it looks like these are now at 189, 190, 197. Once these under $2 copies are gone, we hit 230, 240, 243. So it's starting to make its way up to $2.50. So yeah, go dig through that bulk if you guys opened up OTS Tournament Pack 4. And maybe hold on to these, just put them on the side, know they're worth something. Maybe they could be worth a little bit more the closer we get to the release of the ABC support later on this year. So just hold on to them. If you want to sell them too, they're actually worth something, so you could sell them. Go ahead and sell them. But yeah, super rares are starting to go lower on listings. Looks like the secret rares are still holding around like that $9 price point. For my budget players, you guys could access commons, rares, and commons for under 50 cents. So you guys don't have to go after these 3. We have Fossil Dyna next. So I wanted to take a look at the secret rare from the Speed Duel set. We do have another secret rare, which is the original secret rare printing. That's like $30-something, $40-something. But I feel like the one from the secret rare from Speed Duel is just as nice, and it's still secret rare. I know it has that little Speed Duel stamp, but still, it's a secret rare. I think this might be a good pickup. It's at 36 listings. Fossil Dyna is one of those floodgate monsters that comes in and out of the format. I see it being played a lot in like control decks, stun decks, and stuff like that. So I could see this card pushing up higher in price. If it's not in the Rarity Collection 2, again, wait for the Rarity Collection 2 set before you buy cards, and then you guys could pick some up. But yeah, if this doesn't come in the Rarity Collection 2 set, I could see it going up in price. We have it at $776, $795, $798, $835, $974, $997 as well. So hitting the $10 mark almost. But yeah, if you guys could pick these up after after the Rarity Collection 2 set, if it's not in there, I think it's a good pickup. What else do we have? We have Ultra Rares too, but technically this will be like the highest affordable rarity that you could get. So go with this one. Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon. We have commons. Looks like commons are starting to be worth something. We have super rares too. Let's take a look at the ultra rare. 32 listings on the market. I think, is it Melodious or is it Voiceless Voice that plays this? Let me know down in the comments below. I know one of them is able to bring this out. I think this gives you a negate, right? When any players answers, no, where's the negate part? It says when any player's monster declares an attack, you could attach one material from this card, one exceed material from this card, negate the attack. Then you can special summon one odd-eyes monster from your hand or graveyard. If this exceed summon card is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one odd-eyes monster from your extra deck, except Odd-Eyes Absolute Dragon. So this lets you bring out what's that monster? The fusion that lets you get the spell negate. This card was at under $1, But right now we have it pushing up in price. We have it at 269, 350, 426, 441, and reaching the $5 price point. So yeah, if you opened up some of these, where's it come from? Structured Deck Master of Pendulum. Go dig through that bulk and see if you guys have some of these, because they're worth like $5 right now. I think I might have one somewhere. We have the comments, 35 listings. These are from Legendary Dragon decks. These are basically $1. Trying to head up to the $2 price point. And the super rare, we have, let's see, 37 listings on the market for the super rare. These are looking like they're trying to reach the $2 price point. 172, 147, 173, 199. Yeah, basically trying to reach a $2 price point after shipping. So let me know how you guys feel about Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon, and what deck is playing. Is it Melodious or is it Voice's Voice? One of them I know is able to make this and then bring out the fusion monster. Ultim Zoken. So I noticed this card was going up in price because I had one listed and it sold for I think like $7 to $8. I think it was a super rare. But yeah, the super rare only has 5 listings on the market. Dimension of Chaos. Let's take a look at it. Looks like this is, yeah, it's been trending upwards over the past month. We have it at $12.75, $19.90, $19.92, and then $19. I think maybe the last deck I heard was playing this was maybe Centurions or something like that. Correct me down below if I'm wrong about that. But then we have the ultra rare from the Shonen Jump magazine promos, 52 listings. These are actually at $12.96, $11.99, $12.95, $17.85, and $17.85. So pushing up to, in my opinion, if I were to pick one up, I would probably go for the Shonen Jump one instead of the super rare. Do these have sales above the $12 price point? Yeah, they do have sales at $12, $12, and $19. I don't know. In my opinion, I would just go for this ultra rare from the Shonen Jump magazine. It's higher rarity and it's from a Shonen Jump magazine, which makes it more exclusive. Dimension of Chaos. Then we have Clash of Rebellion super rares at 34 listings. These are at $339, $359, $363, $365, $375, and $422 on the first page. Excuse me. We also have rares from Maximum Gold El Dorado and comments from my budget players if you guys want to stay budget and don't want to pay over $1 for this card. So yeah, that's your info on Ultim Zoken. Let me know down below if you guys know what deck might be using this. I think, like I said, it's Centurion, but correct me down below if I'm wrong about that. Witch's Strike surprised me. I'm not sure why this card is going up. Maybe there was like a play somewhere at an event this weekend that I missed. But we have ultra rares at 12 listings, and then we have the secret rares at 33 listings. Let's take a look at the ultra rares first from the 2010s. I think I might have a good amount of these because we did open up some 2010s. These were sitting around like $3 to $4. Right now we have it pushing up to $8, $8.79, $10, $11, $11, and $14.99 on the first page. So making its way up. And we do have sales for this card at $7.50, $6, $8, $8, $7. So they are selling around that $8 price point. We have the secret rares. They were sitting around like $4 to $5-ish. Right now we have the secret rares at $11.70, $12.92, $11.93, $13.50, $12.55, and then heading up to that $15 price point. This is the highest I've seen this card at. I remember trying to use this card a while back, but I thought maybe Ash Blossom was able to trigger it. It says if your opponent negates the normal or special summon of a monsters, or the activation of a card or effect, destroy all cards your opponent controls and in their hand. So it on paper it's pretty good, but you have to know like a lot of the wording and rulings around the wording and stuff. So like back then I thought Ash Blossom was able to, because everyone was playing Ash Blossom, I thought if I got Ash I was going to be able to trigger this. It doesn't work that way because Ash Blossom only negates the effect, not the activation of a card. Or yeah, it has to negate like the activation or a normal summon or special summon, but yeah, Ash Blossom wouldn't trigger this. But yeah, maybe someone out there found a way to like break this card, and that's why it's going up in price. We have sales around $8.50, $9. We do have a couple sales at $15 too, so they are selling for that high of a price point. Definitely something you want to go dig through your folder for and see if you have some. I know I should have a couple from the 2010, so I'm gonna take a look at that. ABC Dragon Buster, we have cheap copies for super rares and ultra rares under 50 cents. But the one that's been going up is the higher rarity secret rare. 36 listings on the market. It looks like we had this card at $2 to $3. Right now we have it pushing up to $5.99, $6, $6.48, $6.49, $5, and then $7.25. In my opinion, it's not too expensive. It's not a bad pickup. I could see it pushing up even higher the closer we get to the release of the new support, which is probably going to be like somewhere at the end of the year. So I would hold on to this and see how high up it goes. That's just my opinion though. Let me know how you guys feel about ABC Dragon Buster. Platinum Gadget, something you also might want to pick up if it's not announced in the Rarity Collection 2 set. A lot of these cards, hopefully they're not mentioned in the Rarity Collection 2 set because I have some of them. Including Platinum Gadget, I did invest in like a playset. It only has one printing. It was sitting around like $3 to $4, but it is starting to push up a little bit. We have our first listing that's French at $3.70. Then we have $6, $6, $5.22, $6.25, $5.43. So like $5 to $6 for Platinum Gadget now. It's one of those cards that I know it's ran as a one-of in the ABC strategy, so I could see it pushing up a little bit higher the closer we get to the release of those that new support. Again, wait for the Rarity Collection 2 set to be announced. If it's not in there, probably pick it up sooner than later because it might start going up even further. Union Driver, something I also might have. We have cheap copies from the 20 to 21 10s. Over here, they're rare, but the one that's been going up because it's part of the ABC strategy, I know they take like 1 or 2 copies of this card. 18 listings. This is from Eternity Code. We had this card sitting under $1, but right now we have it pushing up to $4.98, $4.99, $5. That's basically like $6 with shipping, and then like $6 right here with shipping as well. So if you guys have some bulk from Eternity Code, because it was once worth $1, definitely go dig through that bulk and see if you guys could offload some of these because they're actually worth something now. Frame Gear Beta. This was a little tech that people were thinking about using to go against Tenpai. I didn't actually like this card because it says when an opponent's monster declares an attack while you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand and one Frame Driver from your hand, deck, or graveyard. If you do, destroy the attacking monster, then end the battle phase. So the reason I don't like this card is because you have to control no monsters to be able to use this card's effect. I know after Tenpai gets rid of your monsters, you have a clear board with no monsters. But I think by that time, they bring out like their big synchro monster that doesn't let you activate monster effects or effects at all or something like that. So this card will become dead at that point. So that's why I didn't like it. Maybe some people are taking it and having success with it. But I personally think there's better cards out there that you could use, but it is something worth noting. This card was around like $2-ish, but right now we have it pushing up. 32 listings on the market. We have it at $7, $7.50, $7.70, $8.45, $8.49. Let me know how you guys feel about Frame Gear Beta. It comes as an ultra rare from High Speed Riders. I think the hype is going to cool down for this card, and I think you should offload these while the hype is up. But if you guys like it, I mean, to each their own. I didn't really like it. I use Dimensional Barrier as my way to go against Tenpai. We have some new Clear World support that was announced this weekend. So I want to take a look at Clear Vice Dragon. This is such an old card. I remember when I was like in high school having this card, and I thought it was so cool, but the effect wasn't all that. We have Super Rares from Legendary Collection 2 at 17 listings. So let's start off with this one. Looks like these were sitting around like $2-ish, and right now we have it pushing up, I think, 138. The seller offline, 138. Yeah, seller is offline. Okay, so that one doesn't count. We have our first lightly played at $11.98, then $12.99, $13, $13.75, heading up to that $15 price point. If you guys been holding on to Legendary Collection 2 bulk, it might be in there because it was once worth like $2-ish, now at $15. We have the Clear Vice Dragon Secret Rare, 20 listings. This is from Stardust Overdrive. I think I might have one of these, but it might be damaged because it's such an old card. We have this at, let's see, heavily played, moderately played. We have our first near mint at 28.98, then 27.99, and then we go up to $30, 30.65. Basically like between $30 and $40 for unlimited, lightly played near mint clear Vice Dragons. You are unaffected by the effects of Clear World. If this card attacks an opponent's monster, the attack of that card, if this card becomes twice the attack of that target. During damage calculation only. If this card would be destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you could discard one card instead. So it might, I don't know. I haven't read, I saw the Clear World support, but I didn't read too much into it. Haven't seen what it could do, but maybe it might take off. Maybe it might not. Just something to go dig through your cards for, and maybe offload while the hype is up for Clear World stuff. And the last two cards on today's Market Watch that I wanted to bring up are Samsara D Lotus and Nightmare Pain. So I just wanted to bring these cards up because they're probably not going to get reprinted until next year. And we do have a new Yubel Fusion monster that's coming out later on this year. I think these have came down in price. They were reaching like a high price point. Samsara D Lotus was around like, I think I saw it as high as like $5 to $6 earlier this year when it was like released. Right now we have 122 listings on the market. We have it at 109, 124, 125, $1.50, $1.50. Actually, this is Asian English, not super unlimited. Okay, let's ignore that one then. $1.50, $1.53, $1.60, $1.64. So I think this card has potential to go up in price once we get closer to the release of the Yubel support. I think I could see it reaching like a $5 to $6 price point. If I was planning on playing Yubel, I would pick up my copies of this before we get the new support and this card starts to go up even further in price. But I would rather be ready and pick it up right now than later. Same goes with Nightmare Pain. It's a searcher for the strategy. I know we just got the Nightmare Throne card, the field spell that lets you do basically kind of the same thing. It lets you search, but this is another card that lets you search too. I've been seeing decks run 3 of this or 2 of these, as well as like 3 Nightmare Thrones or 2 Nightmare Thrones and stuff. So picking this up early isn't too bad. It was reaching a high price point of like $4 to $5, but right now we have copies at 94 cents, 95 cents, 125, 159, 159, $2 on the first page. So yeah, get your Yubel stuff early before they start going up in price, because once we get closer to the release of the new Yubel Fusion monster, I could see it going up in price too. That's going to be it for today's Market Watch, though. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to your channel. Also, go follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and X at Return of Chance. This is Ricky572. We'll see you guys next time.